Hey guys, No One Knows by J.T. Ellison is the story of childhood sweethearts turned married couple, story of a missing husband, an accused wife, an overbearing mother-in-law, and a 5-year mystery that some just can't seem to move on from. This is a thriller that for me was quite difficult to take a break from. I've got 2 copies of this, a paperback and a hardback, and we'll be giving away one of them. Make sure you stay till the end to see how you can enter that giveaway. So, Aubrey Hamilton's husband, Joshua, went missing 5 years ago. The 2 of them had gone to this hotel at which there was to be a bachelor party for his friend and a matching bachelorette party for her friend. Partway through this, Aubrey left her party due to distaste and invited, via text, her husband to join her in one of the hotel's bars. He sends to her her favorite drink, but never makes it there himself. In fact, apparently, never made it to the bachelor party either. She was the last to see him alive and immediately becomes the prime suspect in his possible murder. Aubrey's mother-in-law, Joshua's mother, has despised her for all her life and is the leading advocate for her arrest. 5 years after the disappearance, Aubrey is back to teaching, and her mother-in-law, Daisy, has had Josh declared legally dead for purposes all her own. What follows is Aubrey's coming to terms with the loss of her husband and encounters with both Daisy and a mysterious stranger that immediately reminds her of Josh, and simultaneously an apparent unwanted rekindling of possibilities that her husband may actually still live, that his disappearance was no accident, and that he may have had something to do with it. I actually read this in no more than 24 hours, most of it in one single long sitting, during which I felt more and more compelled to keep going, to find out what the heck was happening. So much is kept from the reader for such a long time that a less patient person may have thrown it against the wall rather than race through it to see where things go. Fortunately, I love suspense, and this has got an abundance of that, but no answers come for what seems like most of it. I think what really kept me reading and caring about the outcome enough to keep reading the way I did was the main character. Usually, I really dislike main characters in thrillers with similar vibes to this one, but Aubrey, written thankfully not in first person, is both headstrong and active. She's competent, but still needs much help from others to get done what needs done. She's vulnerable, but she's also got a certain strength, both of which are admirable when laced through the characterization in this way. I enjoyed following her story even if I disagreed with her and her decisions at some points, because at least I could understand them. Sometimes that's not the case in a book like this. The other characters were fine too. Daisy's meant to irk you, and yeah, she's really freaking annoying. She serves her purpose, but does slightly more than that too. None of the others get as much screen time as these 2, except maybe the image of Josh in both of their often conflicting thoughts and memories, which paints an interesting picture of him, but they all add to our understanding of Aubrey and who she surrounds herself with. The plot, honestly, does get more and more nonsensical as you get through it, but in a way that's compelling in and of itself. So many things happen, and none of them seem to add up to the point where you're just always unsure what is going to happen. I found bits and pieces of the end to be satisfying, but as a whole, it's not the best. The outcome seems, to me, unpredictable in both good and bad ways. Good because, despite that I saw certain things coming from early on, I did not see others at all. But bad because those others kind of felt like a ripoff sometimes. Like, the plausibility of the situation has dwindled to the point where I don't think predicting the outcome is entirely possible, considering the information that we've been given. But at the same time, this is the kind of book with the kind of ending that is changed entirely by finishing it. If I were to reread this, I'd see every single thing that happens in a different light, which to me is a good thing. Maybe there's little details to find which can only be noticed by knowing the ending. So much of this is, in a way, satisfying, while some of it does feel a bit ridiculous. It's an interesting mix, and either way, I enjoyed the experience of reading it. I enjoyed the suspense it had me feeling, and its utterly addictive page-turning qualities. But it is in no way perfect and often quite flawed. I do think that there are many out there who would like this and enjoy reading it as I did, especially if you like things like Gillian Flynn and that kind of thing. If you'd like to win one of these, just give this video a like, be subscribed, and leave a comment below telling me which you prefer, the hardback or the paperback. I will be keeping one of these for myself. I'm only giving away one. I just don't personally care which one I keep, so I'm letting you choose what you'd rather have for yourself. Look out for a video called December Giveaway winners. Just make sure in your comment, like I said, to let me know which one you would rather have if you do have a preference, because the covers are quite different. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I think that's it. If you have any questions or comments about this, I would love to hear those. If you've read it, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it as well. If you've come across it, definitely let me know what you think. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you later with more.